We've never relied on the post more than now, and of course, demand creates delays. But these customers say Australia Post has made them wait long enough. Unable to get answers about their parcels, they called us.
I want an explanation as to where my parcels are or a refund.
Get your act together.
The cameras are delayed, and that was back in July.
I paid for it and I just can't get it.
Justin, Scott, and Carla have one thing in common. They've had a gutful of Australia Post.
Sometimes I feel like the footy coach at the moment. We're asking why the team lost with 80 of your players injured. You've got all your players off the bench and the other team's got 17 players.
In June, I ordered a new tablet from Telstra and a robot vacuum cleaner. The whole lot was worth about $5,000.
3 months on, Sydney mum of two Carla says she's still waiting for her parcels. But according to Australia Post,
they had been delivered and that there was no refund that they could give me. I checked the cameras and I tracked the parcels and I haven't received them.
And she claims Australia Post doesn't seem to care.
$5,000 can go a long way. What does that money mean to you?
A lot to my family and I, especially as my son is special needs. Yeah, a lot of that money could go to some sort of therapy, but yeah, it's gone and I can't get it back.
Scott from regional Victoria knew his parcel would take some time to arrive. He was patient, understanding, until it became ridiculous.
One parcel I've waited 8 weeks for, and it went from within 100 kilometres to me to nearly 3,000 kilometres away from me to come back to me.
Following a tour of the country, one of Scott's parcels finally arrived. The other, he says, hasn't even left the station.
One of the parcels I'm waiting for is a Father's Day gift from my 2-year-old daughter and my wife, and still nothing. Still sitting in Melbourne apparently, and still no reply from Australia Post.
You know, money down the drain, it's over $500 of security cameras. And, you know, I just feel at a loss of where to go next.
Scott from Perth claims he ordered security cameras in July. He was warned his parcel would be delayed by a week due to congestion in AusPost's delivery network. Almost 3 months on, Scott says he's still waiting.
I don't even think it's got out of Victoria. I think it's somewhere in Melbourne, but they have no idea themselves.
Traffic to Australia Post's website has almost doubled since the start of the pandemic. The website received around 18 million visitors per month in 2018. That jumped to 21 million on average in 2019. And in August this year, the website received 31 million visitors. Australia Post says its network has been stretched to the limit.
Hi, I'm Effie from Australia Post. COVID restrictions have severely impacted Australia Post, particularly in Victoria.
This week, the Postal Service launched a new radio advertising campaign to explain the delays.
But we've still managed to deliver over 220 million parcels across the country since March. And last week, we delivered the most parcels in our entire history.
The facility that I'm standing in right now has seen a third of its workforce reduced for very good reasons, obviously, in its busiest shift, and 10% across the whole fleet. So effectively, we lose a lot of production.
Rod Barnes is Executive General Manager of Deliveries for Australia Post.
We do appreciate people that are waiting for their parcels. We've got a big role to play there. We'd always like to do better. We're planning with more capacity, but at this point in time, we're just working as hard as we can, 24/7, and we've been doing that for the last 22 weeks.
Rod says senders are sometimes to blame for late deliveries. Up to 30,000 parcels a day are problem parcels, and they all come down this chute.
It's got a 30% greater chance of failing its delivery date because of the quality of the barcode. Automatically it's going to miss the normal slot. We'll have to remediate this, put a separate sticker on it, away it goes.
I ordered a bottle of whiskey through Starwood Distillery and they shipped it through Australia Post.
Justin's heard the ad, but says it hasn't made his parcel arrive any faster. He says he ordered the alcohol in July from a distillery in Port Melbourne, 45 minutes from his home in Carrum Downs. The whiskey was shipped to a sorting facility in Somerton, where it's remained since the distillery itself made an inquiry about the bottle. With consumers unlikely to return to bricks and mortar stores in droves post-pandemic, could these delays be here to stay?
I want a phone call to say this is where they are and this is what we're going to do.
We thank you for your patience.
Scott's Father's Day present finally arrived today. Australia Post says it'll follow up the other parcels in our story.